Hello guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Forgive me for being a few minutes late. I had to go get a charger. I have all these chargers around here but didn't have the one I needed, so got it. And pop in with me. Hopefully you guys are having a good Monday. And I would love to have you with me while I create this resin project. Well, I've already painted the flowers. I've already got some of these glass pieces on here, so come tell me what you think. You can give me your opinions and we'll get it just how we like it and then pour resin on it. So let me pull this up so I can see your comments. And just say hi to me. Let me know that you can hear me okay. I'm going to talk loud because I don't have my earbuds today. Let's see. Is anybody here? Oh, good. Hi, Brooke. Can you hear me okay? Glad you're here. Hi, Linda. How are you this morning or today? Hi, Sally. Okay, good. Can y'all see and hear okay? To me, it looks good, but I don't know about hearing. Hi, Christy. Glad y'all are popping in. I know some of y'all are probably working today. Some people will come along and watch the replay, but that's okay. I want to at least get this one done. Sorry for all my little cords. I've got it kind of rigged today. This isn't my usual setup, so let's see here if I can move this out of the way so y'all can see good. Making do, right? Okay, if that'll stay there, we're good. All right, sound is good. So, I talked to Christy about this over the weekend. I just couldn't get happy with the way it looked. So, I'll hold this up for you guys to see, but I think I kind of like this little bit less is more kind of look. I had glass all over around the sides, and it was just really filling up in here, but it was dark gray. So, I kind of switched to this lighter color glass, and I like it, I think, better for this to keep it kind of light and bright. So you guys tell me what you think. I'm going to add a little more and just see what we think about how much. This is all personal preference. Some of the things I have done I've covered with glass, and probably most I do in this style, which is just, you know, adding it to sort of embellish and kind of bring it up a notch, but not just so much. So let's see what y'all think. And I could mix a few of the darker gray in here with it. Christy is excellent at her art too. So well, not that I am, but I'm saying I like to ask Christy her opinion. She's really got a great eye. So Christy, you tell me what you're thinking, and all of you tell me. And let's do this one together. Okay, I kind of think I like this. Let's see. Let me turn that. I think y'all can see okay. Okay. Hi, Trisha. How are you today? Glad you popped in here. You like it? I think the light color glass is pretty and girly, and hopefully y'all can see what it looks like. And it's not too much. It kind of keeps that really feminine look. And when I had a lot of the glass and it was a darker color, it just kind of overpowered the pretty soft flowers. So that's my thoughts. I'll show you this color. It's gorgeous. But this is what I had used, and I just think it was too dark. Now, you could always sprinkle a few in. I'll show you what that looks like, and y'all can tell me what you think. And one side of these is like mirrored. Let's see if I can show you that. And the other side is just clear. Let's see which ones. This is the mirrored side. And then the other side is just clear. It kind of probably looks the same to you, but you can flip them over to have that mirrored look facing up, or just the glass. So, depends on which look you like. And you can certainly let them fall random. But anyway, that's what that looks like with a little bit of the gray. What do y'all think of that? Glad y'all popped in here. Oh, thanks, Trisha. I'm good. Hi, Chris. How are you today? Give me your opinion on this if you're still on here. Do you like the gray in here or leave it off? I have played with this and looked at it and stepped back and left and came back to it, and I just can't get settled on what I like better. I think I just like it any old way. Like, I think it looks pretty a little bit different no matter what way I line it up. And so let's see, sometimes it helps to look in a picture, so take a picture of it, and this is with any art piece you do, even if it's just painted. Take a picture of it, walk away, and then look at it. No gray? Okay, Sally. Anybody else want to chime in? I think that was my issue. I had all gray, and it just overpowered these pretty feminine flowers. So, Chris, do you like the gray? Or did you see it without? Let's see. Just a few pieces. It's easy to take it out. Softer with no gray. Yeah, it is. I think, here's the thing, y'all. I think it reminds me of my mother without the gray. So I really kind of prefer it that way. But this isn't for her, obviously. So we can do it however we want. And I always, like to get y'all's opinion, because sometimes I mail things out to people. Sometimes I just randomly, will send a little happy mail, and so I can't keep everything I make, y'all. I just can't. There's too many things. So I like to get other people's opinions. You like the gray and some like without. Okay. Without. We have one of each. Let me go back. This thing was going. Like the Beth Gray Morris. Softer with no gray. A little gray. Yeah, see, it's like 50-50. Like it both. No gray makes it a little less. Yeah, a little softer, is that what you mean? Maybe just little pieces of gray. What if we just put a few of the littler ones? I love this glass. You can just play with it and use as much or as little. It's really a fun way to add to your art. And let me tell you, if you're a little, maybe a newer to painting, this is something that you can feel good about because it sort of makes your art prettier. And so when people see it, they're like, oh, that glass is beautiful. They're not looking at any mistakes you might have made. So it's kind of fun to experiment with the glass and add some to the things you do. Let's see what y'all are saying. A little less gray. Maybe that gray was too big. Yeah, y'all like the little? Is that good? So now if we have this kind of how we like it, and I just kind of like to go over things. I don't have to have it totally, I've got tweezers, I can move them exactly where I want them, but I just really kind of do this and just kind of let it just kind of fill in the shape, but kind of lay where it wants to. I don't really get too fussy over that. I don't want any of the green where it shouldn't be, but anyway, I'm not too fussy. It's just to kind of look like some greenery in here. I think that's good. Small is better. Okay, you guys agree. All right, are y'all ready to do some resin? So let me grab a pair of gloves. They're right here. I did forget to get those first. Always, when you're using any kind of resin, always wear gloves. And, if you're real sensitive to smells and things, then you might want to do this in another room or with a window open. But this resin that I use is non-toxic. You can use it, like I use it in this room and I don't have a window open and I'll be okay. Now I'm not going to sit in here with it all day. I will move it somewhere else, put a little tint over it so that no dust gets in it, and just kind of let it do its thing. But this Art Resin brand is, sorry it's backwards, isn't it? Is non-toxic. It's not going to hurt you. It's the only brand that I will use because of that. I'm not going to, let's see if it'll let me. I'm not going to take any chances. So I have bought other brands of resin, but after I did some research, I didn't research well enough. And after I did research, nope, that's not it. It's not letting me. How weird. Sorry about that. But anyway, the brand is Art Resin. I have it on my Amazon list if you guys are interested. And it's totally safe. So I feel very good about recommending it and using it. You'll need a couple of little cups. Let me move this to the side just a little bit. And I use, this came from the Dollar Tree. It's super handy. It's something that people use for makeup. I guess they rub on skin masks or something, but it works perfect for this. So I grabbed one of those. This came in a kit with some other things, so I got this little stick, and it's silicone sealed, so it's perfect. A little dropper if you want one. You don't need one. I hardly ever use it, but this is to kind of get it exactly where you want it, so we might try it today. And like I said, a couple of cups and then something to measure in. So this is what I use every time. You can kind of look online and experiment with what you might want to use. But who did I miss? Hi, Marty. How are you today? Hi, Susan. Susan's on the West Coast, so this is morning to you. I'm going to use 1 ounce, no, 3/4 of an ounce of each. And I really normally have this on the table, but I'm going to just be careful and get it to this 3/4 ounce. This will give me more than I need. Go ahead and wipe your seal here, because when you put your lid on, you don't want it to, so wipe your bottle so that as you put your lid on, it's not gonna get the lid stuck to it. Throw that away. And then we'll do the next one. And let me tell you, do it the way that I'm showing you, like put your lids on and move that bottle away. Because if you're not careful, you're like, wait, which one did I do? Did I do the hardener or the resin? And you can't use, obviously, you've got to have 1 cup of each. It's equal parts, so I'm doing 3/4 ounce of it. I probably said cup. It's 3/4 ounce of each one. Clean that off. You guys tell me how you're doing. What are you up to today? Is everybody working? Are you off today? So move those aside, because that's all I need for those. I'm just going to quickly eye these, be sure they're 3/4 of an ounce. If you get too much of one, it won't work well. You need to be even. Okay, so we'll just pour these into our larger cup, and then we're going to stir. Hi, Jean. Welcome from Indiana. Glad you're here. I've missed so many lives, Christy. Goodness, I need to go back and watch so many. But that's the thing, is that then there's more today and more tomorrow. You know, it's so hard. I would love to sit and watch all day. So just scraping out what's left in this cup. The silicone, I can't say enough good things, because it's going to wipe right off my silicone. Can someone be my timekeeper? I have a watch on, but it'll be easier for me if someone just says. So once I start stirring, you can say go. And then in 3 minutes, if you'll say stop. And I'll watch it too, but just to help me. Now, okay, so let's go, and I'm going to look at my watch, so 1:18, but it's not a stopwatch what I have it on, so that's why I'd like to be careful with it. I'm just going to gently stir these two together. That's all I'm doing. And these cups, what I will do is after I get off the live, I will just set them aside. Sometimes I'll take a paper towel or a baby wipe and clean them out, throw that away. But tomorrow it will be dry, and I can just take an alcohol wipe and wipe it all out. So you can reuse these cups over and over. Same with this one, it just comes right out. So have some alcohol wipes handy, or some alcohol on a paper towel, and that helps. Same with this stick, it just wipes right off. And that's why I love the silicone. So I'm just stirring this gently. You don't want to stir it too fast, or it's going to get too many bubbles, but we can get the bubbles out, so it's okay. I do need her in here. I sure do. Thank you, Trisha. Oh, thank you for sprinkling Leanne, you guys. That helps so much, and I appreciate. I go back every time and say thank you, I appreciate that so much. It's very hard to get our little businesses out there, and we're working so hard, but it's just it really takes you guys. If you enjoy what I do, then let people know by just sprinkling it out there. I would love that. All of your, anytime you comment and give hearts, all of that is telling Facebook that you like what you're seeing, and then they'll show it to a few more people. And if they do it, then they show it to a few more people. So that's how it works. How are you doing today, Joyce? I love you girls popping in. So I'm just, stirring pretty gently. Every now and then I'll do this and swipe my stick and then stir again. Swipe all around this and get that down there again. Who's had lunch in here today? Have y'all? And tell me what you had. I have Chick-fil-A waiting. My husband just got home, brought me a drink right as I was going live. Thank you, Trisha. I appreciate you. Thank you, Christy. You girls are awesome and so good to me. Thank you. If you have a business and you're watching me and you go live, you are more than welcome to send me a little note in Messenger and just say, I'm going live at 1 o'clock, or I'm going live today at 7 p.m. And I will come and do the same for you. Just remind me, because I don't always see it, or I, am busy, but if you'll remind me, I'm happy to do that. You can also put your link in this, post. Just tell me your business name so other people can click and go take a visit to you. Hot roast beef and gravy over rice. That sounds fantastic. Thank you, Francis. So I've been stirring 221, it sounds like. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, stop. Okay. Thanks, Christy. Linda, I do teach classes. I do, tutorials inside my private membership. I would love to have you ladies in there. I know many of you watching are in there, but some of you aren't. And right now it's $15. So it's so inexpensive. I'm doing that because I'm launching this new group. I have had the Art and Craft Showcase for a while, 6 months or so. And it was daily art and craft tutorials, and all kind of presenters would come and give you free tutorials every day. And it just was too much to keep up with and serve my group. So I decided in 2022 to just put this emphasis on my people, on my ladies that invest in me, are here for me, and love what I do. So my group is now specifically catered to them. I have lowered the price to $15 so that any lady that wants in can do so. If you're like me, like I said, we spend that much on fast food once a month. So maybe, if you really want in, you could do without that. I'm just saying that's what I've done in the past. I kind of do without one thing to have something else. But if you can't, that's okay, because I still do things like this on my page. But typically, my full tutorials are inside memberships, my membership. And I see that I got this on my screen, so hold up, let's get that off. There. You can just type in the comment, Linda, or anyone who's watching, group, just GROUP, and I will get you the link. And that link will let you read all about it and what's inside and join if you're interested. All right, so this is good. I can, this will be okay for about 30 minutes or so. And thank you for sharing. Who said that? Linda, thank you so much. Hi, Tammy. How are you today? Glad you're here. Tammy's in my group. Linda's in my group. Marty's in my group. Who else? Christy's in my group. I'm trying to see if I've missed anybody that said something. So you girls can let them know if it's worth the 15 bucks. I sure think it is. We have a great community. It's so sweet. All the ladies are so sweet. and we have fun. Okay, I probably bumped this with my arm, so I'm just kind of taking a look that everything's still how I want it. And that $15 is a one-time thing. So if you join now at the $15, your price never goes up. So if you're still in there in a year, it's still $15, even if other people are coming in at $25. So that's another great thing about getting in now is it's the lowest it will ever be. It just goes up from here. And we also do, I have a 1-year option where you get 2 months free if you want to pay for it all at once. So a couple of different ways. Oh, thank you, Marty. Thank you, Christy. I'm glad y'all love it. I love having y'all. Okay, so I looked at it. Looks like everything looks good. I'm ready. And I can just start pouring. Hold on, let me fix that one. You could really play with this all day until you get it just how you want it, but it's good. I just wanted to turn this one over there. And then we can start pouring in. Now here's where you can take your little dropper like this, or just your craft stick. I typically use my craft stick, and I will just gently kind of drop it over these little delicate pieces, and that ensures that they're getting the resin on them. Once the resin is on there, they won't go anywhere. They're going to stay in place. Now, if they were really lightweight, like, you know, seed beads or something, they might float. So when I use things like that, I will put my resin down and then put the little beads on top so that they don't just go floating everywhere. So you can use these droppers to get the resin exactly where you want it. And then I'll be pouring the resin on the rest of the piece, and it self-levels. So I don't have to worry about it. It's going to get very level over the course of time while it sits, as long as your piece is on a level surface. So make sure what you're working on, or what you set it on to dry, is level. And of course, they've got a level at the Dollar Tree for $1. If you're not sure, you might have a wonky table on carpet or something. Oh, thanks, Tammy. It's very feminine, isn't it? I thought this would be sweet for Valentine's Day. So I really just wanted to show y'all how the dropper works and what you might use that for. Like I said, I typically use this stick just because it's easier. I can get quite a bit on here, but yet, you know, drizzle it on pretty easily and it doesn't go all over the place. I've got a fan on me, y'all. I'm in Texas, and it's probably 55 today, but in the house it's warm. So if that's what you're hearing, or you're seeing my little hair pieces blow, that's why I'm hot. Maybe not hot, but it's warm in the house. I didn't see what else everybody else ate. I wanted to see because I'm hungry. So if y'all had lunch, let me know what you had. So anyway, that's kind of how to do these little pieces. I'll just kind of get this on here so that they don't move around and they stay seated where I want them. Ooh, that one did move. Let's move this back to the center before I put resin on that. There. And like I said, you've got a good 30 minutes, sometimes longer, to work with this. But I recommend just going ahead and getting it on here. But if you get a phone call or something, it's not like you have to remix a batch. Excuse me, guys. You could do this in a heart shape. You could do this for a jewelry box. You can do it on canvas. You can do it on a scrap piece of wood. You know, the sky's the limit. This is just a wood box I picked up at Michael's a long time ago. They definitely have them on Amazon. Michael's doesn't always carry these. It's weird, but sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. And usually when I see them there, I'll buy several. Okay, so I think I've got all the, nope, middle. Let me get these middle ones. Marty, I buy my glass, and on my Amazon list, I have a link to it. I will share that with you. So anybody watching or coming along on the replay, I'll put it in the comments of this video so you can click on it and go and see. And it's got, my Amazon store has all of my lists. So if you are wanting to make like a palette knife painting, you can click on that and it will show you what you need to do it. If you want to do this, it's got every supply you'll need. So yeah, right now I'm buying my own. I have not, ooh, my hair got in there, guys. Had to get that out. I have not cut my own yet. And then here you just can kind of go around and pour the rest. I'm pouring it on each piece. You want each piece to have resin. And remember, I said it will self-level. As you're doing it, you might see little things that get in here. It's just things that float in the air, an eyelash. I mean, so just kind of watch it. And I always have tweezers or a toothpick handy to pull little things out if I see them. But I mixed up the perfect amount. So 3/4 of an ounce of each wound up being just exactly what I needed for this. And you know, it's really, there is on the art resin website, so if you buy this brand of art resin, they have the nicest calculator. And you just put in what size you're working on. So if it's 8 by 10, you can put that, 5 by 7, whatever size, and it tells you exactly how much you will need to cover that piece. So it's so easy and handy to use. I learned all of this from Art Shattered, which is Cindy Manley. She owns Art Shattered, and she is fantastic to learn from. So if you want to learn even more, she's been doing it for probably 10 to 20 years. I can't remember, a long time. So she is the expert. She is an excellent person to learn from, and you can find her page. I said it's Art Shattered, and her website, and she's got just lots of videos to watch and a membership if you're interested in her membership. She will be a guest in my membership. Look at this, guys. Need to pull that out. So every now and then you find something in there. She'll be a guest in my membership coming up. So I am bringing in all kinds of artists and creatives, crafters into my membership to share with you guys. And the fun thing about that is you can go watch them on their page, and we all do. We all have those ones that we love and watch. But when you come into a private membership and, you know, it's not real big, you get to actually chit-chat with them. So if, you know, if your favorite is coming into my membership and you're watching, you know, you can chat with them. She'll chat back with you, answer your questions. And we all know that as these creatives get bigger and bigger pages, it's very hard. They can't answer all the comments. They get thousands. So it's really nice to be able to have them in a smaller setting, and they're so gracious to come and help me by being in my membership and being a guest. I'm just so grateful for the friends I've met and made. I am just kind of, you really don't have to do this because it's self-leveling. I always do. I have such a problem just letting it like you just feel like you need to do this. So I go ahead and I make sure that all this resin is getting to, you know, getting the thing covered. And then I'm going to set it, like I said, I'll set it aside, cover it. And you know those little domes that you can buy at the Dollar Tree when you're having a picnic, you cover up your food and it keeps the bugs out? That is the best thing I have found, you know, to cover this with, because I can still see in it because it's like netting, but nothing, no little pieces or fuzz or dog hair can get in it. And $1 at the Dollar Tree. So I don't know if they will have them right now because we're in winter, but you know, keep an eye out for that kind of thing. But in the meantime, use a box. You can just use like a box lid or a box that you turn, you know, to where nothing can get in, and just lift it up if you need to see it. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with using a box. And if you guys have questions, I will answer them. Oh, thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate you. Hi, Amy. Hi, Emily. Glad y'all are here. Oh, KS Resin. I've not heard of that one. Oh, Marty, you did? Oh, yeah, you do need to try for sure. Fabric embellishment. Yes, you can. You can, Amy. What I do with things like that is I would put it in now. So I wouldn't put it in and cover it up. I would put it in right now, let it set just right on top or on the side or wherever you want it. And the bottom of it will adhere to this resin and stay put. So that's what I would do. Okay, I think I've got all of it. And like I said, it's not, I don't have to, it's just the way I do it. It just makes me feel better to know. And then I'm gonna take my heat gun. You can use a butane torch thing, or you know, like what you have in the kitchen. You can use any of that, but I usually use a heat gun and pop any air bubbles. And then I usually, in about 15 minutes, will go back and look again. And if any have come up to the top, I'll pop them again. But can y'all see that? Don't want to move it too much, but I want you to see how pretty. And then, of course, tomorrow it will be gorgeous. It will be really nice and hard and beautiful. I love it already. I can tell what it's going to look like. You know, once you do these a little bit, you can tell what the final look is going to look like. And this is, you know, if you see one wandering, you can just move it back over where it should be. And every now and then you'll see one wander. Because those little bitty tiny pieces don't weigh very much. So doesn't this make you want to try it? It's so fun. It is a little, you know, it is a little messy. You do have to have, you know, prep. You need to wear gloves. You need to be careful with the stuff you've used. So like the trash that I've thrown away that has resin on it, my practice is just I bag it up and take it to the trash. I don't want to risk my dog getting into it. I don't think she would. She's not, you know, gonna want that, but that's just how I do it. But it is very safe. It's non-toxic. So yeah, y'all like it. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Hi, Dina. How are you? Glad you're here today. You're the sweet friend. I'm glad you popped in. All right, guys. So that is it. Now, tomorrow I will show you the finished look, and it will be, you'll see, because I'll be able to hold it up better than I am right now. It's just so pretty and just a nice thick coat. Now you can use triple thick. Triple thick is another product that I love if you don't want to use resin. So if you're a little leery of resin, or you don't want to mess with the mess of resin, then this is probably the next best thing, or at least that I have used. It gives you a nice, beautiful, thick coat to anything that you do. It's, like I said, probably the closest that I know of. Thanks, Brooke. Thank you, Dina. I'm glad y'all like it. Thanks, Trisha. I'm so glad y'all like it. And thank you for being with me. This was a quick one, wasn't it? I don't think Facebook even let me have a stars party. How funny. Did they? I didn't see it if they did. If you're interested again in the membership, I would love to have you. I wish we could have every woman who enjoys being creative, who enjoys art and crafts and support and encouragement, because that's what I foster in that group. It is only for people who are kind and encouraging and just want to hang out together. There's no drama. There's no politics. We don't tolerate any bad behavior. You know, we haven't had any, but I have no problem not asking, but having someone leave, because the group is going to stay as sweet as it is right now. I want it to stay super sweet, helpful, loving, kind, and supportive. So we have, I go live 1 day a week. We have guest presenters come in. Right now, I have so many to use that I have one every week, but I won't continue with that because I don't want to overwhelm everyone. But for now, up through a couple of months at least, maybe 3 months, we've got one a week. After that, we're going to have to slow it down to maybe one every other week. And there's just so many. There's so many artists and crafters out there who I would love for you to hang out with and get to visit with them and pick their brain and ask questions. So they're so sweet to come in and help. Yes. Oh, good. I'm glad you took a break, Sally. That's the whole thing. Is this didn't take a lot of time, but you got a little break. So thanks for joining me. If you're interested, I'll have the links up here as soon as this is over. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.